surrender to the greatest. Allow me to reintroduce myself.
The Sultan of SWAT. The King of Crash. The Colossus of Clout. The Colossus of Clout.
Yo, this is Nappy Boy Radio Live.
Ain't got shit on me.
You so crazy. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Everybody stay where you are, chill the F out.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I am Brits T'Challa, son of King T'Chaka.
Well, around here, between Normandy and Weston, we call this here a little twin. Wow.
It's simple. We kill the Batman.
I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
Tell me, do you bleed? You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
These white men are dangerous.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out.
Oh my God, you want to talk about? Oh, you want to talk about? It's mother time.
Move, Captain. I won't ask a second time. It's no moon. It's a space station. It's too big to be a space station.
Here at WIZ, we play nothing but the hits. Nothing but the hits. Nothing but the motherfucker.
I ain't scared of you, mother.
You guys being here with us tonight. Corey,
what's up?
How are you?
I'm doing pretty great. I have no complaints. Got my house clean. Got somewhat of my laundry finished. I'm doing pretty
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, so I'm feeling accomplished.
That's good. Yeah, well, can everybody see us out there? Are we visible? Can you are you on it? You can see us?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure because it was acting kind of weird there for a second. But yeah, Ben, been a weird long kind of day. It's Monday.
Hey, what a Monday.
It is. It has been kind of a weird kind of Monday. And then as far as way of news goes, as far as just like this past week of news, and then it's been kind of seems like things are kind of getting back on track of way of news. Like it's not as slow as it was or has been or whatever.
Yeah, definitely some things popping up.
Yeah, definitely some things going on out there. Yeah, so before we get started, I'll appreciate everybody being here. As always, we always appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you guys so much.
Get so excited.
Yeah, so very much appreciate you guys being here so very much. Sorry, I'm watching my phone and talking to you guys at the same time because Q, who actually just messaged, hold on.
What is Q talking about? He was having some technical difficulties with his...
Okay, no. Yeah, Q was having some technical difficulties. He caught a flat, and in catching that flat tire, he had to then get his car to the gas station because he sent us a video. His air pump electrocuted him.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
I didn't mean to laugh either.
I laughed so hard when he sent that video. Boy, stressed out.
It was when he sent the video, and it was at the end of the video when he's about to cry.
Yeah.
I love Q very, very much.
My boy is stressed out right now.
We're sending love to Q. Q, we hope that you are okay, and we hope that you get your car and tire. I've been there, bro. That's just not funny. I've been there.
Funny.
I've been there. I've been in that situation. Shit, when your fucking car,
oh my gosh,
your tire on the side of the road or highway or wherever.
Yes,
yeah, bro.
A year ago, that was me, and I had KJ with me, so it was like 10 times more stressful when you have a child with you, and they're like, I want to go, and I'm like, we can't.
I bet. Shit's annoying. But yeah, like I said, we appreciate everybody being here, and as I always say, if you guys are new here and you would like to join our Discord page, you can do so. The link should be down below in our bio. There's a vast amounts of conversations going on in there from anime, Star Wars, DC, Marvel, you name it, they're talking about it. So if you guys would like to join our Discord, you can do so. And I know I said this last week, and I think I said it the week before too, but Corey is the one that handles our gift giving away. She handles the shipping and everything like that, and the gifts have been at her residence with her, and she has been keeping him hostage. Yeah, she has been handling personal business.
But I'm back on track.
So she's back, as you know. We talked about that last week. She is back, so she is going to be shipping those out. For some of you that if you have not gotten your gift and you remember that you were supposed to get one, I do remember some of you. Again, Shirley Miles, if you're here or watch this on the replay, I remember yours. I think I have some others written down, but if there's one that
if we just missed you, if you felt like we missed you.
if you just go ahead and message me. Go ahead and message me if you were one of the ones that won something, so we can get that. Make sure we get.
I definitely am trying to get that out by this week. So I've been trying to get supplies and just so we can stay on top of it for the future. But I promise you, we haven't forgotten about you guys.
Yeah. So
just getting my life together.
Get that in if you would like to get those in. So before we start anything, and I'm going to go ahead and do our shout outs to everyone as well. But before we get into that, Corey. How has it been since last time we seen you? So that'd be a week, I guess.
It's been a week.
How was your week?
It's been really great. I started my new job at a spa, so that's been super exciting. I'm hopefully should be opening my books within the next week. I graduate in like 14 days, so that's super exciting. That's really exciting, yes. I take my state board test in a month from now, so that's super exciting. So just trying to get my life back on track, really.
Well, that's good. That's good.
How have you been? Because we didn't meet up last week. We didn't stream last week.
No, we didn't stream last week, but I saw you last week. Was that last week?
That was last week,
okay, That was last week, yeah. Man, how am I?
How is Darius?
I'm fine.
You're here.
I'm fine. I'm here. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I really can't wait to start the second channel because it's such a more personal channel.
We can get into like the nitty gritty.
Yes,
of things.
That's why I really can't wait to start that channel. It's more personal conversations. It's more like going in on deeper on shit, blah blah. Can't wait for that one. That one's gonna be fun, and that's where a lot of my time has been too. And Corey is about to come help me this weekend. We're gonna kind of be.
Oh my gosh! I'm about to interior.
Yeah, we're gonna get the
fuck out of this shit.
Studio together. But yeah, as my week though. My week. How was my week?
How's your week been with work?
Well. Let's see. Work's been fine. Our new driver, hired another driver from that one fiasco that we had on live that day. He started today and seems like I guess he'll be all right. You're driving, so so I guess he'll be all right. So work's been fine for me. I do miss, all of you guys, and
miss you so much,
I really do miss you guys. And like I said in that tweet, I do think I might have found a way to where I can go back to that regular schedule to where I can do this. But let's no cap.
Baby steps.
Yeah, I do think I can though.
Baby steps.
But other than work, outside of work, and again, everybody knows it's no secret here. And even if you don't know, well, now you do know. I smoke and smoke weed and daily, religiously. I have to.
Religiously. Listen. I was smoking before we got on the show.
But we're not going to name, because I don't know what I can say on.
That's true.
Yeah, so we're not going to name whatever.
Okay.
And Corey is well aware of the story.
Yes.
So before we get into everything, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, we asked how was my week, so I'm going to tell you.
Tell the story, Darius.
Which is things we'll get into on my more personal channel, but in more personal conversations and things like that. It's more of a podcast type setting. But I, in my personal life, have been going through some shit, and I've just been like, I want to just feel something for the moment, even if it's temporary. And so I got really high. And with what I did was I did not know that, with what I did, you couldn't do it back to back like that.
Yeah.
Well, I did.
Yeah. I was really shocked when you told me that. I was ooh.
Well, let me, when that happened, It was great. You know, the experience itself was great. The after effect was awful.
Yes.
I was high for 7 days.
Yeah, you were.
7 days. This is not an exaggeration.
No, guys, like
7 days I was
check
high.
up on your boy.
No, she had to come. Like, she had to come sit with me. Like, multiple friends. Well, I don't want to say multiple friends, but like, cause you know who y'all are. But some friends came and checked on me, and you know, things like that. But yeah, it was 7 fucking days. 7 fucking days.
That's a long time to be high.
It is a long time. And I'm not talking like, you guys are probably thinking, oh, dear sister. No. I'm not talking like, oh, like it would come and go. No, brother. I was 7
like,
days.
Consistently.
7 days. Like, it was concerning.
Yeah.
It was concerning. Like, it was, yeah, but you know, hey.
But now we're back into it.
I'm good now.
We're good now.
I'm good now. But it was definitely an experience. But
yeah, but now we know next time, maybe not back to back.
Maybe not back to back.
Yeah.
Maybe not back to back.
Maybe not back to
back. If there is a next time. But anyway, so we do have some things we're gonna get into with you guys today. Let me go.
Should we shout out some people for it? Do you want to like shout out your folks here, our folks?
Yeah, that's why I took those off, because I couldn't see.
The BAM.
I couldn't see. Okay, let's see. I see Charlie. Appreciate you being here. Reese, appreciate you being here. Connoisseur, triple salute. Appreciate it. Raptor Cloak, appreciate you. Andre, D Stizzle, appreciate you being here. Professor Film Fan, appreciate it. Kenny, how's it going? Xavier, appreciate you being here. Juan, appreciate you. Marvelous D, appreciate you being here.
Hi, Marvelous D.
Cyber Anime, appreciate you being here. Rhymes, appreciate you. Official EMG, appreciate you being here. Soto, appreciate you being here as well. Dougie Fresh, appreciate you being here. Silver Wishes, appreciate you being here. I think I hit everyone in SB Flash 1523. Appreciate you being here. So, yeah. Let's see.
Hi everyone. It's been so long. There's like a lot of names I haven't seen here in a while.
Yeah.
It's so good to see everyone.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody being here. We really do. I think I missed someone. I did. I don't want to say this incorrectly. It's staff. I'm just going to say staff. Staff, we appreciate you being here. And I'm going to go ahead and shout you out where you said the weed is life.
Weed is life. All the way, baby. All the way.
No, Connoisseur triple salute. It wasn't true. You know, I know what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say that. And I don't want to risk that. You know,
I don't know.
I don't know if I can say that.
I don't know, but like, if Theo Vaughn can go on there and say half the shit he can say,
I guess that is true.
On the internet, I don't know. I
guess that is
see
true.
why you can't spread your business out like that.
Yeah,
that man be saying a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. I guess that is true. Well, just know that that was a trip. It was an experience. It was great.
At the time.
I mean, it made me love everything, everyone. I sent so many questionable text messages that shouldn't have gone to some of the people that it went to. Like there were people I should not have even reopened doors to. But
then it wouldn't have been an experience.
No,
you know
but we don't want that to next. You know, so it was just, man, it was something. It was something. 7 days.
7 days.
7 days. Okay.
7 days. I think when I came to come see you, I think you were like on day 4 or 5.
What day did you come see me?
I think it was actually that Monday. That Monday we were.
It was
Monday.
Because I didn't go to work.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get out of bed because I couldn't walk.
Yes.
And that's not an exaggeration, people.
No,
I got out of bed.
Could not.
And everything just started spinning.
I think you went to the bathroom, and I was trying really hard not to nurse you and walk you to the bathroom. Yeah. I was like, he's probably not gonna like it if I do that. But you were freaking me out there. Like, you started great, and then you were like, the ceilings and the wall just switched. Yeah. And I had to convince him that did not happen, and you are fine.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. It was crazy. Let's go ahead and jump into some of the things that we have to talk about today. And some of the things that we are going to jump into, let me make sure I have my notes here correct.
Oh, we have so many things to talk about today. I'm excited.
We do. All right, we're going to jump into No, Kenny, not ayahuasca. Although I do want to try ayahuasca.
I kind of want to try.
Low key. And when I say low key, I mean low.
Okay, my low key might be a little bit higher than yours.
Mine's low because I've watched several videos on people, talking about their experience, and everyone's experience obviously is going to be different. And
but they say if that's like the best way to like really like if there's something that you're really trying to figure out about yourself, they say that's like the best path to go.
That shit's
and it's
scary.
Like
have you
the
watched Will Smith talk about his?
Yes.
That's scary.
But also he's in Hollywood. I feel like you're dealing with a lot of demons in Hollywood. You know what I mean?
I don't know, bruh. That's scary, bruh.
So.
That's scary.
Destiny. Hi, Destiny. Always good to see you.
Joe B said, "Yo, Planet, why you not champion for majors to stay as king?" He
we gonna get into it
with they trying to put the best Black Panther recast to be the new king. Why are we not championing for majors to stay on as king? I am actually.
I mean, I think he should stay on.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like there's been worse.
As far as can I defend until more things come out in the court and things like that? Can I defend some of the? I'm not saying I think he's guilty. I'm not saying I think he's innocent. I'm saying I'm saying innocent until proven guilty, though. Obviously.
Yeah, I just feel like there's like we talked about before. There's just a lot that I don't think we know, and we're just going with what's being said and shared.
Right.
And for me personally, it's like you said, it's not that I don't want him to go, but I understand if he can't stay.
Well, I mean,
I feel like it also proves a point too. Like if we can replace someone that's not good for your public eye, why couldn't we replace someone that was good for the public eye, that was good for the community, and his was more of a natural cause? You know what I mean? Like, it's hard.
I mean, for me, like I said, I'm not saying the man's innocent. I'm not saying that he's guilty. I want obviously more to come out from from whatever his lawyers are pulling. I thought it was good on his lawyer's part pulling the whole security footage of the women claiming that the allegations that they were out I think that next night or the same night or whatever, partying and things like that. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like when pieces of evidence come out like that, and it makes either way. I've been on Major's side. Let me put that out there too. Let me make sure I say that too, because we've talked about this in the past maybe 2 streams we've done. In between 2 streams that we've done, we talked about it a little bit, me saying that I do support majors. And questioning why Marvel Studios and things aren't, well, the article, because the last time we talked about it, we had heard that Marvel, the rumor was that Marvel was wanting to possibly cut ties or talking about cutting ties with majors. But then another article had come out that same week.
Because that was right before his PR team dropped him.
That same week, another article came out that said that he was not, or Marvel is not having any conversations about replacing majors. So that could just be, PR putting that out there to try to silence people the same way it was. And again, well, actually, I don't. What the fuck?
You know.
It's kind of like the same way when with the whole recast of T'Challa crowd, when Kevin Feige came out and said at the time it was just too soon. That was just a ploy to kind of quiet us down a little bit. And I'm going to say, bravo, it worked. It worked for the moment, because it did
quiet everybody down.
I won't say it really quieted us down, but it more so gave us that glimmer of hope. Like, oh, wait a minute, is there a chance? I know. Okay. Yeah. So I see
what you're saying.
It's the same. It's kind of, to me, it's kind of that same thing. It could be Marvel Studios just saying that just to let's keep people quiet and we'll handle this behind closed doors and house situation type of shit. But I don't know. Like I said, I support majors until there is some type of evidence that gives me a reason not to.
Yeah.
And there hasn't been any. And again, that's something that we are going to get into with this first topic that we're going to jump into.
Let's get into
that first topic we're going to jump into is going to be James Gunn giving a blunt response about the controversial Flash star DC's, or the controversial Flash star's DC future, and that is Ezra Miller, and their continuation on into the to the future of the DCU. And I want to go ahead and say this. I said this on Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and say it again. For the people in the back, for the people to the right, to the left, everybody out there that tried to say that no, they're trying to handle PR, they're doing this, they're doing that. No. Miller was never, and I said this, going anywhere. Ever.
You did say that.
Ezra Miller's not going anywhere.
No.
You know, and what really told me Ezra Miller wasn't going anywhere, it's not what Gunn is, what I'm going to read that Gunn said. It's what Peter Safran said, 2-3 months ago when he was asked about it. I forget what event it was at. You guys might know better than me in the comments. I forget what event it was at, but when he was asked what is the future of Ezra Miller and the future of him in the DCU, blah 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 blah, and Peter Safran had replied something like, after their rehab and after their whatever.
Oh yeah.
Then once they are ready to sit down and talk about that, then we can sit down and talk about all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Because to me that was dancing around the question that whoever asked that question to Peter Safran, you danced around it because the question was, what is their future? Not okay. Well, they're in rehab when they're ready. No.
Are we keeping him or not?
That is the question, because and this is why I said we're going to get to that Jonathan Major stuff, because when you look at the situation, and I don't care how daft, I don't care how blind, I don't care how willfully ignorant, that's the better word, people want to be on Twitter.
That part.
Trying to compare the Jonathan Major shit to Ezra Miller
is ridiculous.
And I say it's ridiculous because you got people on this. I forget the Twitter user's name, and I'm so glad I do because I don't want to give the shine. But when you said some of the allegations toward Miller had been debunked and none of the allegations toward Majors had been debunked, y'all live on such a weird in a weird space, in a much completely different atmosphere, time, space, sphere than we live in, because there's no way that you can say that any of the shit Miller has done has been debunked.
None of it has been debunked. If anything, more evidence.
How the fuck are you debunking a video of him choking out a woman that said, "Can I get an autograph?"
Yeah.
How are you going to debunk a video of him getting arrested? How are you debunking the shit of him breaking into someone's home, threatening to set them on fire, stealing their shit?
That part.
How are you debunking throwing a chair at a woman's head in a karaoke bar for singing karaoke? How are you debunking kidnapping Dakota Iron Eyes?
Oh my gosh, I almost forgot about that.
Taking her across state lines.
Yeah.
How are you debunking the shit that they posted on Twitter? The shit that they posted on their Instagram story.
Literally, for every one video that got released, there was 4 videos to back it up from 3 different angles. So you can't. There's no debunking.
Right? No, you can't debunk any of that. So it's like when you look at Jonathan Majors' situation, there are so many more people that are willing to let Jonathan Majors hang. And I know why. I don't need, and the class also knows why. We all know why. Anyone with intelligence knows why.
We know. We ain't stupid.
So willing to hang Majors, but then so willing to, and remember, I posted this. You can check the YouTube page here. I think I had a video. There's a video up, a solo video I did of me discussing the differences. What is the difference between Miller and Will Smith at the time? And every single time something happens to an actor or actress of color, and it's something like that puts them in the spotlight in the negative light, like in Jonathan Majors' position, or like in Will Smith's position, we are always, at the last time we talked about this, I said I didn't want to say it, I didn't want to make this comparison, I feel like I sound like a broken record, this and this and that, but we are always quick, and I'm going to do it every time, compare it to Ezra Miller, because the sympathy, the coddling, the empathy given toward Miller, because they're just so misunderstood. They just need rehab. They just this, then they just that.
Yeah.
But then we're so ready to get the noose out for Majors.
For Majors. Oh.
Same thing with Smith.
Same thing with Smith.
I don't care what your opinion may be on Will Smith, but that same shit.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And again, we all know why. We know the conversation. We've all been in spaces on these, and we've all been in spaces online that are having these conversations. It's just. again, to take it back to the very beginning of this, I said Miller was going nowhere.
Nowhere.
No,
after we read that article, I remember you saying that. I mean, he basically said it right then and there. Like, we're going to encourage and enable this because we've already made it. It's already paid for. He's already the face of it. So.
And they have such a good relationship with Gunn already.
Yeah.
Their relationship with Gunn that they have is already a good relationship. You know, if what Gunn said about Zachary Levi's Shazam finding his way into this universe, and from what I've heard from the test screenings, I did not read this article, but I heard that there is something, I think I quote retweeted this, something about the surprise plot twist or something at the end of the Flash film or something like that. I bet you whatever it is, and I don't know this because I don't know that no one has come out and said anything about it or anything like that, but whatever the surprise is, I bet you it is something that, again, keeps Ezra Miller's Barry Allen.
I was about to say, probably
in the
Flash,
future,
yeah,
of the DCU. But this is what, speaking with AP Entertainment at the world premiere event for Marvel Studios Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn addressed where Ezra Miller stands with the studio following the release of their solo movie, The Flash. When asked, what his plan is for Miller's future following the number of controversial headlines surrounding the actor, Gunn only noted that he and the team will wait and see, again, we're dancing around it, what happens following The Flash upcoming theatrical release. Hold on, I'm sorry, before I even... then it says, AP, plans for Ezra in the future in the DCU. James Gunn, we are just going to have to wait to see, I mean, we'll see how things go, so, And then he said this echoed comments that Gunn offered earlier this year when he revealed his new slate for the DCU, as he and his partner Peter Safran noted that Miller was fully committed. Yes, that's the quote. Fully committed to the recovery right now, and that when they are ready to sit down and have that conversation, that they will sit down and have that conversation with them.
So basically, he's not going anywhere.
No. Oh, and here it is right here. Question, will Ezra Miller be back as the Flash after that? Gunn, let's see what happens. Safran said, Ezra is fully committed to the recovery right now, and we talk to them. We're in constant contact, and when that time is right, we'll have the conversation with them and decide what's best for them personally. That's the quote that I went off on however many lives ago, where Peter Safran said that, and I remember I was going back and forth with someone in the live chat that was telling me, no, I think that's more of a PR thing. I'm telling you, and we weren't arguing. I was just saying, this is not a PR. This is not PR. This is them just simply what they've been doing since day one, quietly sweeping the shit under the rug, making sure that it stays as hush-hush as possible, making sure that, yes, we understand that the headlines are this, the headlines are that, but no one, I don't want to say no one, because you got, channels like us, and there are other channels out there, too, that also are, coming down on Miller, but the mass majority is more so just like, it's okay.
Yeah.
They're okay. It's not it's not okay what they did, but they're recovering.
Because I think that was our,
blah, blah, blah.
yeah, I think that was our last discussion too, was like, is this them helping them, or is this a PR, we just want to keep you quiet? Like, is it enabling the situation, or is there going to be real effect from this situation? And there's not. And then I just feel like that just... going back to our first conversation with Jonathan Majors, it just shows you that for Ezra, he can literally do anything and everything underneath the sun.
When it's right, it's right.
And it's fine, and we're going to push it underneath the rug, and we're going to hush people up. But as soon as we have a black person, let alone a black man, get in the limelight in such a negative way, we're done.
Yeah, no, because that's, I mean, it is the saying. I've said it so many times on Twitter. I've said it so many times on Instagram, and I'll say it here too. Again, when it's white, it's right.
Exactly.
That is the saying.
That is the saying.
It's just like, I mean, I don't, because anyway. So to go back to what the last thing here, to go back to what they said about, or what Gunn said, he said, let's see what happens. But then his latest quote was, we're just going to have to wait to see, I mean, we'll see how things go as far as talking about how the Flash movie goes. Well, we already know that people are going to go see the Flash.
We already know.
We know people are going to go see the Flash film.
We already
know. Things have come out about the Flash film that people have already gotten to see it, some people have said, it is excuse me, some people have collaborated with what James Gunn has said and said it is, really great. It is one of the greatest superhero films of all time, blah, 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 blah. There are some people that have said it's not one of the greatest superhero films of all time, X, Y, and Z, etc., etc. But, the question is always for you guys. You guys will have to let us know down below in the comments. Are you planning on going to see the Flash film? Is that something that you're supporting? Are you going to go see that film? What are your thoughts on Gunn and Peter Safran's latest conversations surrounding Miller? Are you on the train of no, Miller, this is just PR, they're just trying to get through the Flash film, and then after that they're going to announce or quietly announce or whatever it's going to be that Miller is out as Barry Allen? Or are you on the side of the fence that I'm on, where it is, no, I don't believe that this is PR. I believe that this is them candidly speaking on what they're really feeling. And what they're really feeling is, once we get past this, once we are ready to settle down and after all the hoopla of the Flash film, then we're going to sit down and talk with Miller and have a serious conversation with them about expectations and what they want moving forward. Well, I'm sure they're going to present it to him that way. If we keep you on as Barry, these are the X, Y, and Z's. Because we already saw Warner Brothers do that one time before.
Exactly.
Like, they gave him the 3 stipulations. You can do this. I don't remember exactly what they were, but you guys remember the conversation. We all were here for it. They gave him the three things that he could do. 1, 1, 1. I remember this.
They did. And then
because this has been like a 2 to 3 year fucking journey we've been on with Miller.
Yes, and then like a week later, boy went berserk again.
But then you want to go, all this shit. How long has Jonathan Majors shit been going on? A month? 2 months?
I think going on 2 now.
2 months. 2 months of Jonathan Majors, and he's done lost this. His career's upside down. Meanwhile,
here's Ezra.
Miller just So anyway,
for years. Let's see what the comments have got. To say.
Let's see what people are saying there.
Okay. Sorry, let me get past all this. We'll start with Connoisseur's triple salute. It's he says it's looking more and more like he's innocent. I know Cap when I see it. Kenny Pierce, it'd be best for Marvel to keep him. Raptor Cloak, it's mind blowing how Baldwin is literally involved with someone's death and still has a career while everyone's throwing majors to the wolves before we know anything concrete.
That's a very good example. I forget about that one.
Yeah, but I'm actually skeptical on that whole situation too, which I don't know if anyone has kept up with that whole story, but it's really crazy. Like, they were basically shooting a movie.
I know that part.
Yeah, he was told that the gun was clear, and then they did a few practice rounds, and everything was fine. And then when they went to go film it, it went off and hit the director.
Right.
So just in case anyone didn't know that what was going on, and I don't know if
he got cleared of all charges.
That's right. He got cleared of all charges. Okay.
And we know why I said it. I think of those.
We know why. Connoisseurs. With the performance Damson Idris did with Franklin Saint, he would kill it as T'Challa.
Yeah, I would love.
I would love it. I would not be mad about it.
Damson is T'Challa for sure.
Rims17 said, I'm just hurt about Kang all the way around.
Yeah.
Official Liam G, if he's innocent, cool, but not really feeling Majors right now as a victim of abuse, but that's just my opinion, how you feel.
And that is valid. Everybody is.
Everyone has a...
And, Kenny just said there, as a victim of abuse.
Oh, that was official Liam.
I'm sorry, official Liam G said, as a victim of abuse. There are people that are going to connect with any situation differently based on your personal experiences as well, not just based on your own outside observation of what's going on, but some people can relate to a situation better than the next person, so where the next person may be saying, oh, it's not that deep. That's why I don't like when people say, oh, is it really that deep? It's not that deep, blah, 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 to a crowd of people, because it's like,
you don't,
to whom?
It's like you don't know how they take it as themselves based on their experience.
Right.
D-Sizzle, the double standards are obvious as night and day. We know. Omega095, hello. Welcome to the site. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for returning.
What's up, Omega?
Xavier Phoenix said, how dare they try to downplay Miller's shenanigans.
Right.
D-Sizzle, video and audio of Ezra straight bugging. We know. Marvelous D, I think this is kind of fatal attraction. What is going on with Majors? Seems to have mental stuff going on, maybe, but it's best to wait to see what the end is. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's so many parts of the story that just don't add up and that are missing, that it's hard for anyone to sit here and, at least for me, it's hard for me to sit here and say, like, Team Majors stays or...
I mean, I like what Connoisseur Triple Salute said, too, where he said, first off, it's one incident versus multiple, and that is so damn true.
Yeah.
It is one incident versus the 20, and I don't think that's an exaggeration of headlines that Miller has been in.
Yeah, like literally in the headlines.
Like,
and every time he's in the headlines, it's not like it's something good and then going back to something. It's constantly.
Yeah, I think the thumbnail I even made for that. You can go ahead to the next one. Had a fucking list of his shit on it.
Oh, I lost it. Hold on. Omega Zero said, look, there's a lot of different stories on Ezra from different perspectives, but they should have recasted him since the 2020s issue. Mm-hmm. I saw many fan casting Lewis Till.
Yeah, Lewis Till.
Okay. He had the blonde hair though.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, other than Lucas, you have Brian O'Dillon, which I would not be mad to see Brian O'Dillon as Flash.
Dylan O'Brien.
Is that
Dylan O'Brien from...
is it Brian O'Dillon or Dylan O'Brien?
Dylan O'Brien.
From Maze Runner?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, Dylan O'Brien.
Official EMG said, I will be seeing it for Supergirl. Heard she's amazing. And for Keaton. D-Sizzle said, I'll wait for the Batman/Supergirl only cut.
Yeah.
Soto said they keep him on, I'm out. I feel like if they keep him on, it's going to do way more damage to the rebranding of DC that James Gunn is trying so hard to do.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion. I think if they even think about keeping them on, then it's just going to be all bad.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Jordan G said, I'll see it on my pirate site.
Let's see.
Stephen Jenkins said, problem with this is James Gunn dealt with his share of controversy himself. Mm-hmm. He will be more sympathetic towards Ezra.
Of course. And that is very true.
Yeah.
That is very true. Let's see. Okay, so we'll move here. Oh, that's true. Blues House also said, don't forget they was also in the sequel to Fantastic Beast, and that's true, they were. And D-Stizzle said, been tripping since Justice League, yeah.
Sorry, Shirley Miles said, it's not fair that they canceled the movie for Cyborg because of Ezra Miller.
That's true, yeah.
Okay, we're good. That was like the end of that.
Yeah. So anyway, the next thing we'll move on to here, and this one's going to be kind of a quick one. It's just, let me kind of make this to where you guys can see it too, my fault. It's just James Gunn, again, talking. James Gunn kind of shut down, I guess, some of the concerns, and that's been one of my major concerns too from this whole thing, and it has been, what is Gunn going to make? What is his Superman going to look like? Are we going to see Superman cracking jokes? Are we going to see Superman, doing Guardians of the Galaxy ass shit? Are we going to see him doing, what are we going to see Supes doing? And, it was when it came out that James Gunn said he was writing it. I was like, oh, shit. Then it came out that said he was directing it as well. And I was like, oh, double shit.
Okay.
And but he has now said and making claims that it is not going to be a comedy, and this is coming from the direct, but it says Gunn first addressed the difficulty of working on Superman because every single country in the world knows the story behind him, which is why he is always focused on lesser known characters. I still don't know why he's writing or directing this.
Okay.
He says it's easier to take a character nobody knows like the Guardians or Peacemaker and then do whatever you want with them. People in every single country in the world know the story of Superman.
Right.
And then he goes on, I hate when the direct does this. It says, as such, the director had to find a unique take on Superman The struggle to find such was why he turned down working on the Man of Steel lead project in 2018, only to take on the job years later after finally finding the direction. Gunn added his goal to make Legacy different from the Superman movies that preceded it, but also respect them too. How can I make it different from the Superman movies that have been made so far, but also have it respect all the Superman movies that have been made so far? So it just took me some time to try to figure that out. Nonetheless, Gunn revealed to The Hollywood Reporter how Superman Legacy will not be a comedy unlike his previous superhero projects, and the director won't turn Clark Kent into another one of his famously quirky characters found across Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad, and Peacemaker. Instead, Gunn will create a scenario superhero story for Superman, particularly noting how his own identity crisis story in Hollywood will influence Legacy. He's putting his own personal... okay. The filmmaker sprung into the forefront of Hollywood with Guardians of the Galaxy, and years later seemingly lost it all with the firing from Volume 3, only to make a comeback as he took back the MCU threequel, got multiple DC projects under his belt, and even became CEO of the Blue Brand Film Studio. Gunn explained he can completely relate to Superman as an outsider who feels like an alien, and yet he's also calls himself the ultimate insider. He says, I completely relate to Superman because he's everything I am. He's someone who is an outsider who feels like an alien, but also the ultimate insider because he's fucking Superman. Oh, James. Then he said, and that's kind of like what I feel like. So then it, they kind of go on to say why the direct says why fans shouldn't fear Gunn's Superman. Yeah.
I don't think I'm fearful. I think I'm just very intrigued because he's not wrong. You know, you're taking a story of a character that has been done in so many different ways, in so many different versions. Like, literally, the whole entire universe knows the origin story of Soups. So, like, to rebrand him, especially after the letting go of Henry, which was a devastating... Like, people were literally so upset about this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it is going to be interesting to see a darker side of him, maybe. I mean, I feel like we've kind of already gotten that side. Maybe it might get
Zack Snyder stuff, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we might get something darker. Maybe we might get something more gruesome. I don't know. I'm very intrigued to see how he does take a very well-known character, because he is known for taking less dependent characters and making them...
Gunn he's very...
Like, we wouldn't have Guardians of the Galaxy if it wasn't...
It's the stuff he, like, you know... What's the name of that movie? Gosh, it's I didn't even realize at the time that he directed it. It's the movie where they're all trapped in this building, and they have to kill. I think it's the Vault or something like that. They have to kill one another. Like there's a voice that comes over this intercom.
Oh, I think it is the Vault.
Yeah, they're all trapped. They all work together. They're co-workers. James Gunn did that. I believe he did Dawn of the Dead. Obviously, we've seen his work with Peacemaker. We've seen his work with Suicide Squad. We've seen his work with Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy now going to be the first MCU film that delivers an F-bomb.
Yeah.
You know, which I don't give a shit about that. But I'm saying James Gunn, the work that James Gunn does, it is more... The Vault, okay. Mm-hmm. It is more Belko Experiment. That's
is that what it was?
That's it. It's the Belko Experiment. Yeah. So it's I'm not saying I'm not interested to see what he's gonna do with it. I am interested to see what he's gonna do with it. You know, it's Kal-El. I want to see a good Superman film, and knowing what James can deliver as far as creativity goes.
True.
You know, I watched the Guardians trailer again today with some coworkers that hadn't seen it, because people were like, "Hey, isn't there a new Marvel movie that comes?" That's what I mean when I say people are just disconnected.
Yeah.
So then there a new Marvel movie that comes out this week or whatever, and I was like, "Yeah, it's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, blah blah blah." Like, we haven't seen the trailer, so we watched the trailer, and watched both of them, and watching those trailers, and this is something we're going to get to when we get to that, and I guess this can segue us into that. Watching those trailers and hearing some of the things that people have been saying about Guardians, and knowing that I already enjoy the Guardians, the first two.
Yeah.
The second one is my favorite out of the
I think it's
two so far.
I think it's
But I love, I love what he's done with the Guardians. I love his version of Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I don't say I love it, but as far as DC projects go, at that time, I
good.
loved it.
Yeah.
I watched it more than once. So, so I am interested to see what he's going to do with Supes. I'm interested to see what.
I mean, I'm just curious to see what he does with DC in general, and just how he's gonna go about it, and how he's gonna take this world and reconstruct it, especially with characters that have already been so developed, because it's not his niche.
Yeah.
This is definitely something outside of his comfort zone. So I wouldn't say I'm fearful. If anything, I'm just very, very intrigued.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
And I'm just kind of like, what we get is what we get, and
definitely that.
Hopefully I'm wrong. I say that, but I don't know, guys. It's been 27 years. If I'm not a DC fan by now, I don't know, guys. I'm not really seeing myself getting there.
Yeah, we'll have to see what gun delivers. What gun delivers. But you guys listening down below in the comments what you guys are thinking about James Gunn, and do you believe? I mean, I don't believe he's going to make Superman do quirky things. Obviously, it's like he started off the statement with, people know this story. This is not a story you can go in and put your own spin and twist on.
Right.
This is something you have to
really take the time
keep
to
it real.
Yeah. And I just feel like we can't get much worse than what we've already got with DC. I feel like it's either gonna be he's either gonna do really well, or it's gonna be decent.
Right. Yeah.
Because I just feel like we can't get much worse than what we've been getting for the last decade with DC. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, let's see what these comments are talking about. I hope I don't say this wrong. Jabari Muhammad, DC needs a full reboot. Get rid of all these mother effers. I don't blame you.
Yeah, DC needed. I mean, we thought that's what we were getting, but obviously,
right. No. Official Liam G said, I'm excited for Gunn Superman. Marvelous D said, oh, that was conversation, sorry. D says, that upcoming writer's strike, if they can't reach an agreement, will cause problems.
Yep.
Is there a writer's strike within the DC world right now?
Within the Hollywood world right
now. I didn't. That's how you know I'm behind the times.
Yeah, it could affect a lot of Marvel projects, just a lot of Hollywood projects.
Projects in general, yeah. Then they said that was the Belko experiment. Rim17 said, I'm curious. D Sizzle said, I'm expecting a Smallville high school dance-off scene because of ... reasons. Stevie L said, I love the Belko experiment. Don't understand why they didn't continue.
Yeah, Belko experiment's good.
D Sizzle said, I love DC, but everything is hit or miss like Marvel.
It's true too. That's true too.
I mean, now, yes. Yes.
That's true too.
But we can't just sit in here and act like Marvel just didn't drop the best 10 years of our fucking lives, guys. We can't deny those last 10 years. This last year.
Ain't been a year. The last 2 damn years.
These last 2 damn years has been absolutely ridiculous. Omega095 said, jokes aside, maybe if we give a chance to Blue Beetle, who knows, maybe James Gunn, Superman, and his DC universe can work. I'm still with Snyder's vision. Good to see Ray and Ben in the Snyder Con.
Yeah, I'm Blue Beetle was always on my most anticipated, so I'm really glad that it's still staying within Gunn's rebooted DC world. So we'll have we'll definitely see. Yeah, we'll definitely see what that looks like too. But this one we're gonna move on because this is a big one here. There's a lot going on here. So we have talked at length and in detail about the Fantastic Four, things that are going on with the Fantastic Four. So for those of you that do not like spoilers or anything like that, now is your time if you would like to exit, because I am going to go into some of the, I'm not going to read anything, I'm just going to go off memory here of some of the things that are in for are rumored to be happening within the Fantastic Four film. So one of the things that we do know here, or some of the things that we do know, is that the latest plot leak that I had read, or the last thing that we had discussed here on the channel, was that there was going to be a device that Reed discovers, and it's going to be a device that was left by Tony Stark, and it was the time-traveling devices that Tony and the rest of the Avengers used in Endgame and things like that, and Reed was going to be studying it, and while studying it, something was going to go wrong that was going to shoot them back in time and place them within the 60s. They were going to be from our modern time, but they was going to, the film was going to start in our modern time, but then it was going to then jolt them back into the past, into the 60s. Again, this is just the plot leak at the time.
And this is months ago.
Yeah, this is months ago.
Yeah.
They had also said something like, we had also read, there was nothing about Kang in there. Nothing about Kang.
No, we didn't hear anything about Kang at the time.
But, also something that we had heard is that Nornrad, Silver Surfer, was going to be the villain at the time, but then they had changed it to Galactus, and that has now been corroborated to this day. That was months ago then, but now even catching up on today, Antonio Banderas is rumored to be the voice of Galactus, possibly if they do any CGI type of mocap work. I'm sure
that's the villain we're going with.
I think Galactus is, that's the rumor as of now, that Galactus is going to be the villain of
Because didn't we even say that we thought they were going to wait to do Silver Surfer?
We had read at the time they were going to do a special. They were going to do a special about it, but now from what I'm hearing, they're not even doing a special anymore. From what I'm hearing, Marvel Studios is moving away from specials for whatever reason. I guess Warf by Night didn't pop as much as they needed it to pop.
Okay.
Not just it. I guess their specials, even the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, didn't pop like they wanted it to pop. Am I missing a special?
No.
Okay.
Those are like the only two specials. Everything else was
Yeah, so I guess neither one of them popped the way that they wanted them to pop. So with all the reevaluating that they've been doing over there, with letting people go and doing this and plugging that and et cetera, that is one of the things I believe that is on the table of things that they're cutting. And from what I've heard, the Silver Surfer series turned special has now turned movie.
Well, I mean, that makes sense because all these specials that we were hearing about, specials/possible shows, are now getting canceled and either not becoming a thing or becoming a full-blown movie at this point. So I'm not surprised.
So that is what they're, that's kind of what they're going with now. And then, so this headline here, Adam Driver, and this has been going on from this past week and things like that, is that Adam Driver was in the final talks with Marvel to becoming Reed Richard, and we talked about this months ago. I want to say too, that at the time it wasn't just Reed Richards; it was also rumored that he was possibly in talks with Marvel, and he probably was in talks with Marvel to also portray Doctor Doom. And a lot of us, myself, and including a lot of viewers, also wanted it to be more Doctor Doom than Reed Richards. I still don't see Adam Driver as Reed Richards at all, but that is as what they're saying, and they're saying that we're likely.
He's not in this picture. Like you have to be pretty babyface because he's a babyface man. He's not babyface. I mean, he's just very. There
are times where Reed has, Reed will have the scruff, he'll have the beard, he'll have longer hair, things like that. I just don't see. I don't see Adam Driver playing the smartest man in.
And I think that's another thing too. Like, are we gonna get more of an older Reed Richardson, like comic book wise? Are we gonna get more of a younger one like we did? And I mean, of course, obviously we're not gonna get the same Reed Richards that we got in Doctor Strange because that we're not going into that multiverse. But like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
I don't.
Are they gonna age him up? Are they gonna age him down? Like, what are we doing here? Because I just don't see it.
I'm not sure how they're going to do.
I don't see it.
How they're going to do Reed. Like I said, I don't see Reed as. I don't see. Sorry, not Reed. I don't see Adam Driver as the smartest man in the room, or portraying the smartest man in the room. But Adam Driver is a great actor. We've seen him portray many different roles and killed those roles. So who's to say that he can't come in and be Reed Richards? But you know, from what we're hearing, they're going to get likely going to get confirmation from the Hollywood trades this coming week about the cast, and that's coming from Daniel RPK. The cast will be announced this week, is what he's kind of saying there. So then we also talked about this, and I think this is funny. I think this is funny because when we talked about this, when we discussed this, it was a very quick discussion because it was on first of all, we pulled it up from an article that was not a regular site, you know, that we normally pull articles from, but it was one of the only ones talking about it, and it was just showing pictures of Mila Kunis sitting with director Matt Shakman, who obviously we all know directed WandaVision, and you know, now he's doing Fantastic Four. Sitting having lunch with him, and the pictures of them laughing and smiling and things like that, and people were at the time were saying, could she be playing Sue Storm? And you know, we kind of quickly were just like, yeah, I don't think so. Maybe it's just a lunch. Maybe it's just that. Right. But then we still kept the speculation of, but possibly there was the possibility. There was the possibility. And
here we are.
So Mila Kunis is saying that she's not playing Sue Storm. She says she knows who is. And this is when Daniel RPK came out, and some other people were on Twitter saying that it's going to be Kristen Bell. And Daniel RPK, you know, jokingly said, yeah, I heard, you know, it's probably going to be Kristen Bell because she is good friends with her, blah, 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 blah. But then he quickly, you know, debunked it and said, you know, no, it's not Kristen Bell and things like that. I believe it's Jodie Comer. We talked about that a couple months ago as well.
We did.
If you take yourselves back to, it was a year. Was it a year?
A little less. If you're talking about...
Take yourselves back to the announcement when we were all, it was when that huge rumor came out that Marvel had discussed things with John Boyega, had discussed things with Denzel Washington, had discussed things with Giancarlo Esposito, had discussed things with Jodie Comer, had discussed things with so many different, you know, it was, I want to say that was maybe D23 or whatever that was, whatever con it was.
So a little under a year.
Where we were expecting like Aman Vasadi to come out as Ezra Miller. I always do that to him. Ezra Bridger. We were expecting, you know, the announcement to be made of Denzel maybe portraying Magneto. It was that huge. If you guys remember that, it was a minute ago, but I remember that whole thing. But Jodie Comer's name was in that conversation for the Fantastic Four. Jodie Comer's name has stayed in the conversation for the Fantastic Four
since that conversation.
Yes, and I believe that Jodie Comer is going to be the one playing Sue Storm, and it's not going to be Mila Kunis or any of the others out there. But like I said, I did show the photos the last time that we discussed this of Matt Shakman and Mila Kunis at lunch together. But here's the rumor at the time. Like I said, at the time. We all just thought, you know, thinking anything of this, and but now the most recent rumor here, and this is a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt, but we do know how Marvel does, the MCU rather. The rumor was that they are going to gender bend Ben Grimm.
Really?
And that Mila Kunis would be possibly portraying the female version of Ben Grimm. Making Ben's origin no longer, male. He is now, well, not now. I'm not saying he is. The rumor is that Marvel, the MCU, would make Mila Kunis or an actress like Mila Kunis to come in and portray a female Ben Grimm.
I don't know if I like that. Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm all for, I'm all for women in Hollywood. I'm all for showcasing bonds and relationship between women. The whole swapping gender and color thing, it's weird to me.
I do want to say this did come from My Time to Shine Hello and Casey Walsh, who backed it up. The idea is definitely something I could see Marvel doing and putting on the table.
I mean, I'm not surprised, yeah, but it's just like, why? You know what I mean? Like, why? Because, I mean, we have this discussion every time we're on here.
Right.
Like, we can build outside characters. We can build characters for this actor / actress if you want them in this movie so bad to get those sales tickets. We don't need to sit here and conform and bend, and it's just weird. It's just really weird to me.
And I saw, I see officially MG said Mila said she's not in the film. She did indeed said that. So did Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield said many times, I'm not the werewolf.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not in this film. That's what we have got to get to the point as viewers. I think we should be used to the game by now, though, as viewers too, as people that in this space, that when an actor or an actress says something, until I see the film myself, it's not true.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're lying. I don't know if you could be telling me the truth. You could not be telling me the truth.
You could be getting paid to be saying all this right now, and I don't know what's going on.
And we know that Marvel keeps, these actors and actresses on
the DL,
a tight-lipped contract. Like, you cannot say anything. If you go back to any of the interviews before Volume 3, Guardians drops Friday, or before the general audience got to see some of it, not everyone has gotten to see it, but the special group of people got to see it. Will Poulter was like, I don't know what I can say. He was like, I don't know if they're, they could be somewhere with a sniper rifle waiting for me to say the wrong thing right now, so a lot of these actors and things, they know the deal. They know they can't spill the beans on what's going on what Marvel's trying to do or whatever. So Milas might say she's not in it, and I still don't believe she's in the Fantastic Four. But
yeah, honestly, I say that, and I can't sit here and act like I know her, because I don't, but just how she lives her life now and what she portrays about, you know what I mean? It seems like she's not really doing stuff that's very major in front of a scene, multiple contract. She just doesn't seem like she's in that point in her life where she wants to do a whole 10-year contract with Marvel. Because let's be real, you're not doing just one movie. It's never just one movie. It's going to be at least 4. You're at least going to get, 2 end credits or mid-scene credit. It's a commitment, you know what I mean? And I just don't think she's in that position where she's like, yeah, sign me up for a 10-year contract.
Right.
I just don't see that.
The one of the other newest rumors was that Margot Robbie, this came out maybe about 2-3 hours ago. Margot Robbie,
she's killing it.
That
and
she got offered the role, and that is also a rumor that she got offered the role. We don't know that for sure.
Love her. I don't know what it is about this woman, but you just give her something and she just understands the fucking assignment.
Yeah,
every time. I'm so excited to see her in Barbie.
I like Margot Robbie. I like Margot.
And I wouldn't be mad if she was a Sue Storm. That I would go see. Just fucking hot. Hell yeah, I would see that.
Yeah, I like I think Margot would make a good Sue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Margot.
Yeah.
I do like Margot a lot. I really, really do. I think she's a good actress.
That too.
And yeah, I think she, honestly, if you had to pair someone also with Adam Driver, because let's although I don't see him as Reed, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend the man can't act. Both of them can act.
They can act.
You put both of them on the screen together, I could see. Haven't they done a film together?
I don't know. I can look it up though.
I feel like they did. Didn't they? What's that film that Adam Driver did where he's in the relationship in the apartment? What is that film? Should be yes, thing. I understand.
Oh, I've just typed it in, and now everything is popping up as Fantastic Four rumors.
Let me see. It is...
And her Barbie movie.
Because it's probably not the film I'm thinking it is. Anyway, maybe not.
Maybe not.
I thought him and Margot Robbie had a film together. But you put both of them on screen together, and you could possibly have that realistic,
Yeah. I mean, possibly.
Reed Sue relationship.
Yeah, I mean,
No, that was ScarJo. That was ScarJo. Thank you, Tim.
Oh, okay,
Thank
okay,
you,
okay.
Tim. That was ScarJo and Driver.
Love her too. God, I love her.
But yeah, no, I like I said, I do like Margot. I think that she'd be a good Sue, and everything like that. But I saw some people even saying on Twitter, like, well, there is a female thing in the comics, and yes, there is a female thing in the comics. There is. I mean, Shannon Ventura, but that's not the narrative here. That's not what they're saying. That's not what the report is saying. That's
right.
That's not what the fuck is being said.
But at the same time, too, like, we're talking about
and why the fuck
Kevin
would they even bring her in?
Feige, who is a huge like this is his world. Like, this is his baby. So do we see him? Oh, thank you, the Dre Mac Show for
thank you so much,
chat.
Dre. Appreciate you, brother.
Do we really see him like changing this up though? Like, this is literally his little baby, his little snooky wookie wookie pookie wookie. Like,
yeah, because they already are changing things.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, they already.
I'm just trying to stay positive, guys.
I mean, yeah, they already are changing things. Like, you know.
I'm just trying to give Feige the benefit of the doubt. Okay.
But to answer Dre when he said who would be the best casting for Ben Grimm in your opinion, blessings to you in the chat. Blessings to you, brother. Appreciate it.
Blessings to you. We receive it and we give it back.
I was all for the Jason Segel rumors when that was going on. I was all for the Jason Segel rumors. I wanted that to honestly be true. I was like that I could see him being Ben, and so I was that one. I was like that. That's what I was
set on Jason. Yeah. Yeah. I was really set on Jason.
Yeah. So it's just I like Silver Wishes said, I'm with the whole Jason Segel. That's what I wanted. I really did.
D. Sizzle said exactly the point is Sharon Ventura isn't Ben Grimm.
No, she's not. And that's the point I was making. Like, when I was explaining it to people at work, I was like, no, I mean, she's not. First of all, that's an obscure character that you're bringing in. Like, first of all, why? Let's pretend. Let's entertain it. Let's pretend. Let's wrap our heads around and say that that's what they wanted to do. Why would you then X Ben Grimm out of Marvel's first fucking family, non-existent in the film, replace him with Sharon Ventura, who a lot of people don't even fucking know who that is?
Yes. Exactly.
And then try to say that you want, because Marvel has said this, that they want this particular Fantastic Four film to be different than what they've done with the Fantastic Four in the past. Okay. Obviously, you know, like the whole origin thing. Right. The origin's going to be a little bit different, blah, 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 blah. You want asses in the seats. You want to piss people off. You want Marvel to stay in the state that they're in, blah, 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 blah. Fuck with Marvel's first family. Change something about Marvel's first family like that. Is it so much to ask? Is it too hard to ask to just see the Fantastic fucking Four?
Well, like you said, like, I mean, we've had this conversation so many times. Like, if you want to go off and do your own thing, that's fine. But, like, try to stick with the original story as much as you can. Like, leave the family alone, and then whatever you want to do outside the family, go ahead and fuck with it.
It's just like,
but to completely like exit Brim out, and this is your first, like you said, your first family in the MCU, that's a little. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I just don't see Kevin Feige being like, yeah, let's just slap a vagina in there, and we're just gonna exit Brim. I just don't see him doing that to this project.
I don't think they're changing Ben. I mean,
oh my gosh, what if they just give us both?
But then again, it's still just like, why are you introduced? Like, why would you do? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure. But so moving on with the more Fantastic Four news that is going on here, we've got also. Let me go ahead and pull this one. Our Human Torch, potentially, and this came out over the weekend, I believe, or this latter half of the last week or weekend, whatever it was. This did come out. Let me make sure I have this on my end. Okay. What we've got here is let's go down here. Industry insider Daniel Richmond, revealed on his Patreon that Marvel Studios reportedly offered the role to Johnny Storm, aka Human Torch, 2025's Fantastic Four, to actor Paul Mescal. Known for projects such as After Sun and Normal People, Mescal is an Oscar and Emmy-nominated actor who would certainly bring star quality to the reboot, especially after his upcoming leading role in Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2. So he's going to be playing in Gladiator 2. I think he's playing the son.
Okay.
Then it says neither Disney nor Marvel has announced anything officially about Johnny or any of the team for that matter. However, so this should be taken as a rumor until confirmed. So that is the rumor right now that
yeah,
he's
sorry,
gonna be
that's
portraying.
that's what I'm reading up on, just like other things that he's been in.
Yeah. It also says here, additionally, Mescal looks young enough to play Johnny, the youngest member of the Fantastic Four. Assuming the movie sticks to the comics, Johnny Storm and Peter Parker are supposed to be the same age, sitting in middle ground between the Iron Man and Captain America generation of heroes and the Miss Marvel and America Chavez age group.
Okay, so they're like that weird in between.
Yeah, they're roommates in comics.
That's right. Okay, so I mean, I'm not mad about that. I mean,
yeah, no, I'm not against.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever really had anybody besides Rudy Pacquiao. I think I'm saying his last name correctly. The dude that plays in Outer Banks. He was the only guy that I really looked at and said, "Oh, I wouldn't mind him being." Blonde-haired dude.
Yeah.
As I wouldn't mind him being Johnny at all.
No, I wouldn't mind him being Johnny.
I never had an actor, just like that. I was just set in stone that had to be Johnny. I'm okay with.
Yeah.
With
I wouldn't be mad at good old Paul doing his thing.
Not upset at all. Not upset about that at all. But now, like I said, now let's move into this here about the villain here, and that is for Galactus and okay. Well, did I not pull the right one? All right. Well, this actually came out today. This is coming from My Time to Shine Hello, where she was just putting out there that the rumor had come out about Galactus a couple of days ago, maybe at the latter half of the top of the week rather, this past week, and that Antonio Banderas was going to be voicing Galactus, and we were going to be hearing, his voice, and were they going to be doing any mocap to put, blah blah blah. Side note: Galactus was also the concept art is out. He was going to be in Thor: Love and Blunder, but he was not. They decided to cut that out of that film, and I'm so glad they did.
Man, they should have just cut that film altogether. But all right.
Yeah. So it's well. Antonio Banderas is rumored to be Galactus, the voice and everything like that, and I'm also okay with that. But I want them to do something. I hope he does something with the voice, or maybe they do something with the voice, like in post, or maybe he does something with the voice. You look at Jamie Campbell Bowers, if I'm saying his name correctly, that plays Vecna in Stranger Things.
Yes.
That is all him. That's not.
No, that's
not any post work being done. That's no effects on his voice.
But let's be real. That whole casting team, though, bravo to that casting director,
they were
because
great.
What the fuck. But anyway, that's all him. There was no like you said, there was no technology that affected his voice at all. He did that.
Yeah,
he did that.
He did. So, maybe do something like that. And I'm hoping that if they do decide to, keep because Galactus is, he's not human, but he is human-like. He looks like a human, but he's not human. He's from the universe before our universe, or whatever. The whole thing. So it's like, obviously he's gonna have a human face. So I'm hoping that if they do decide to go with Antonio Banderas' face, which that's fine because he has that kind of look anyway for it. But I hope they don't do like what they did with
Christian Bale.
No. Fucking MODOK.
Oh yeah, God no.
That
I
was
hope they do
terrible.
kind of like what they did with Thanos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, hopefully that would be that would be
yeah,
the
that would be
idea.
ideal. Yeah,
that'd be
because they
ideal.
did a really good job incorporating both faces
Yeah.
into looking like a real life Thanos.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
I think they could do a good job
had
if
the
they
chin
did
down
that.
and everything.
Yeah. If they did that. But also, this is what they were talking about in this article from, again, coming from My Time to Shine Hello. She was just talking about how one of the heralds that we are going to see, because that's what I was talking about earlier, that we were supposed to see Silver Surfer. Now, there may be mention of Silver Surfer. We may be seeing more than one herald. I'm not sure, but one of the heralds we're going to be seeing is going to be, Terax the Tamer.
Ooh, okay.
Terax, he is one of Galactus's heralds, so I guess we're going to see maybe he's going to be the main villain that the Fantastic Four are going to be going up against, and kind of like Loki with the Battle of New York, and how Thanos was in the background, but Loki was the one at the forefront.
He was the face of it, yeah.
Right. So Terax probably will be at the forefront fighting the first family, but then in the background of pulling all the strings is going to be Galactus.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So that'll probably be what we're seeing
dealing
there.
with.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
If that's what we're doing, then I'm not upset that they cut the Silver Surfer then.
Yeah,
because weren't they trying to tie him in with the Young Avengers too? Like they were trying to put him in something so random.
I don't remember what they were doing with Silver Surfer.
They were trying to do something so random with him.
Yeah, and you got to picture some of the other heralds there. Excuse me, like Fire Lord, you got Airwalker, the Fallen One. Yeah, so we could possibly be seeing other heralds show up, but for sure, right now, I don't want to say for sure. I mean, coming from My Time to Shine Hello, I'm gonna say for sure, but
yeah,
Terax is for right now going to be
it's gonna be it, which I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Like if you're trying to give me in-game vibes, then I'm not mad about this plot. Just do it right, for the love of God.
Yeah, not a bad look.
I think it's I do. This is like a completely side note. I think it's so funny though. Like when I read these articles and they're like, this next big movie, they said it's gonna be like the next Endgame, like Kang Dynasty and like Secret War, and I'm like, no, it's not, because you guys have already fucked it up from the jump.
Yeah, no, it's not.
For one, for two, we have no Russo brothers, so it's actually going to be nothing like the Endgame.
No.
And for three, like, put some respect on my fallen heroes. Like, we're not doing that. It's not going to be the same because my same heroes are not here. So, with that being said, let's just embrace the fact that we're going to get what we fucking get.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be the same at all.
And we will be here throwing a fit every Monday night.
Vastly different. Anybody say anything quickly on
lots of conversations going on. People are basically just saying they don't agree. They were not feeling the whole Malia being Sue. Someone said Meg, LOL. A lot of people Connoisseur said either Jason or John Cena for The Thing, which I wouldn't be mad about those. Jabari Muhammad, no faith in Feige anymore. He sat while they killed T'Challa. A lot of people are feeling the same way. Cyber Anime Glitches says, I have a feeling that they are likely going to change Magneto's origin story with the MCU. Omega 095 said, at Planet Fanatics, you watch Insidious horror movies. There's a 5 movie coming out and trailer released a few weeks ago. I don't know if that's really, is that really our niche? Do we do like, I don't know. I think we're still trying to figure that out.
What?
I'm not a big horror story fan.
Are you talking about reacting to horror?
Yeah, like I mean,
I like horror films, but
I'm a good slasher girl. Like if we're slashing somebody, great. But like,
yeah, no,
like that whole Insidious and spooky spirits. I believe in that stuff too much. I'm not watching that.
No, I like paranormal films.
Stevie L said, I think it's. Oh, I don't know what you were talking about. Sorry. I think so too about Magneto. Oh, when we talked about Magneto. Chillmonger said, Ben Grimm is a Jewish character. I'm not worried he will get misrepresented. I didn't know that.
He is a Jewish character. Marvel's first.
Justin said, I'll literally be done with the MCU and Feige if they gender swap the Thing. It's completely unnecessary and utterly stupid. I'm fine with small changes, but not pointless changes like that.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Rim17 said Feige allowed Thor, Love, and Thunder. All I gotta say. Did he, though, guys? Did he? Like, I feel like he had to take a huge step back. But we're not gonna get into that. Because y'all know I'm a huge Kevin Feige simp, so.
I thought that way once.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the DreamHack show said, I'm the only person who liked MODOK.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, I did not like that.
And then Omega095 replied to him and said he died as an Avenger. We love him. You guys are stupid.
Yes, no, I was not a fan of that.
And then D-Sizzle said MCU MODOK should have had Nate Moore's face.
Oh, dang, I was not charging this.
Why do you guys make me laugh the way you do?
Okay.
But that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm gonna talk my shit, Connoisseur. I'm gonna talk my shit, for sure.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
That is not my cap. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Anthony, and I love me some Falcon, but that is not my cap, and that is not America's ass. So, that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Connoisseur said, oh well, Seth Rogen then for Ben Grimm. Not Seth Rogen. Oh, yeah. God.
Right, so the next thing we'll move on to here. We're going to jump to... this one's kind of quick, too, because it's the ATLA news. We just got our first look. Okay. Wait, when is this from? Yeah, where's the damn picture? Hold on, we're supposed to get our first look. That is this not the is that
that's
the picture?
That's not the look. You just had it.
Yeah, that's not the picture. I had the other picture up. Let me find that. Anyway, we got our. I'll pull this picture up.
I'm so excited about this. This is about the closest to anime I'll probably ever get, like most people in the world. So, sorry, not sorry.
Let's see.
One of these days, I will shave my head completely bald and paint a blue arrow on my head. And just tell people I'm crazy so I can get free things. I'm going to be a trip when I turn 80, y'all.
Why is this not?
I am. Might even become a nudist. You know, make it like super, super extreme. Yeah. And just go around and pretend like I have airbending powers. I'm gonna do it, y'all. It's gonna be a thing.
Okay. Here's what I have. There we go. This is the picture that they posted. Was the first look.
Look at that. Look how grown up they look. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, and I like the new animation style as well.
Yeah, it's not giving me... It's giving me anime vibes. It's
yeah,
not giving me like a Nickelodeon kid show. Which, I mean, I'm not dogging. Because that's... You know.
Yeah, no, it looks great. As a huge fan of ATLA, I cannot wait for this.
I'm excited.
Wait for this.
We're reviewing this, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
This and the Netflix series. The Netflix series that we still have not heard shit about. We're going to do that as well.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, it's going to be... It's good. It looks like it's... Like I said, it looks good. It looks good.
Hopefully
I like the way that they look.
Yeah, hopefully we'll deal with, like, actual problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is the little thing that they said here. This is coming from the direct. It said during Paramount's panel at CinemaCon was, I think, last weekend. The studio revealed a new still of adult Aang and the rest of the team in the upcoming Avatar: Last Airbender movie. Aside from adult Aang, the image, which has been taken down from social media at Paramount's request, also provided a glimpse of Zuko, Katara, Sokka, and Toph in their late 20s and early 30s. The image shows Aang and the gang in the midst of bending their perspective elements. Aang is in front and center in the picture, with the character leading the team as he strikes a pose to highlight his airbending abilities. Katara and Sokka channeled their inner waterbending master powers. Well, Sokka didn't have that. Zuko unleashes his fire element expertise, and Toph prepares to attack as he highlights. Or maybe it should have been as she highlights his bending abilities. Okay. Her bend. Okay. And it says the feature-length entry to the Avatar franchise is confirmed to continue the story of the animated series, which ran from 2005 to 2008 on Nickelodeon. In the panel, it was Paramount Animation and Nickelodeon Animation president Ramsey and Natato who unveiled the official still.
I'm so fucking excited. It's so nice to have shows with characters of your age.
Well, I'm sorry.
Anime or not.
This is this is what it says. It says okay, so I think this is saying what this is going to be continuing on. It says the confirmation that Avatar: Last Airbender will focus on Aang and his group during their prime years, the mid-20s to late 30s, presents many exciting opportunities for the characters in the movie. The first look above provides a glimpse of the action-packed sequence that Aang and his crew will showcase, but it didn't offer much of a story that the film will explore. Given the age of the characters and the confirmation that will be canon to the show, then Avatar could revolve around Aang's quest to lure out any remaining evil followers of the Fire Nation, while also answering the question of whether or not peace was truly achieved in the world. Moreover, well, we obviously know it wasn't from Korra. Moreover, Avatar: Last Airbender could also set up several connections to Nickelodeon's follow-up series, The Legend of Korra, such as hinting at how Red Lotus was formed and Azula's possible redemption. It's going to be hitting theaters October 10th, 2025.
Okay. And this is a movie, not a show, right?
This is a movie.
And like you said, we don't really know where the story's going to pick. Is this going to be like since the show we previously had, or is this going to start a whole new storyline?
No, this is going to continue from where
we left off with Korra, right?
No, from where we left off with Aang's gang. So last time we saw them, obviously defeated the Fire Lord, blah blah blah. So this is going to be a time jump, but they're going to be older.
Okay.
Just continuing on from that story.
And you said that comes out next year?
2025, October 10th, 2025.
Oh, 2 years from now, Sunday.
That's a ways away still.
Oh my goodness, that makes me sad.
But let's see here. We'll quickly
next year though, it's about to be popping with so many shows.
No, it is.
So many shows are coming back for their final season, and I'm ready.
Let's just go here.
Do you want me to... I mean, we didn't get too many comments about it. Just a lot of people are excited. A lot of people are making comments on me turning 80 and being a nudist and going crazy. It will happen.
Let me put this on here.
KJ will probably put me in a nursing home, let's be real. I see it in his eyes now, and he's only 3. It's the sizzle, it's the haircut. That's what it is. It's the haircut. Dre Max Show said Corey's going to be yelling Wakanda forever during Jello time at the home. Someone's got to.
Okay, let's read some of the critic reviews here for Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy currently sits at a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to be honest with you. In the current state of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I'm looking at that 77 like a 80, 90. because it's like
what we've been getting.
Yeah, because the stuff we have been getting, it's been terrible. It has been terrible. It's been, it's not been great. It's not been great. So, but this is what some I'm gonna read: a good one, bad one, good one, bad one.
I feel like people are gonna have mixed feelings about it too because it's the last and final one. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to end. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, I think the first one is a classic. I can literally quote it all day, every day.
Yeah.
And I think the second one, it's really hard to do a sequel that matches your original, and I feel like they killed it. So, I mean, I'm not questioning the third movie whatsoever. I think it's going to be great, but I can see where people have problems with it because it is the last movie. A lot of the characters are going to die.
Yeah.
I don't see Gamora coming out of this because Zoe just announced that she's officially done with Marvel. Like, this movie is it. So I think Gamora is going to die.
I have no idea.
We obviously know Drax is dying.
And, you know, but we? Because Dave Bautista said, no, he's not.
He did? I thought Dave was, like, done with Marvel altogether.
Dave said, I'm done as Drax. He said that doesn't mean Drax is done in the MCU.
That makes sense. All right.
But, for me, I guess, I mean, like as I've said before about Guardians, I mean, I'm invested because I've been on a journey with these characters and things like that.
For years now.
The only issue that I have with this, and I'm going to say this every single time, is that this feels like a film out of time, just like Black Widow. Black Widow was a film that came
way past
the time it should have been released.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We are entering. Let me put it this way: before I even get to what I'm sure I'm going to have to say on Friday, after we see the film Thursday and review, if this film does not do good in the box office, expect the headlines to be terrible.
Yeah.
And Marvel honestly cannot afford that at the moment.
No.
They can't afford for another film to tank terribly in the headlines. Now, I don't know what it's going to do box office wise. I think box office wise it might do fine because again, people are invested.
Right.
People are going to go see.
I was just about to say people are invested though.
People are going to go see the Guardians. People do want to see, these characters like I said. But then again, once you leave this film, you're sitting there scratching your head.
Like where
again, like what were the stakes here? Yeah. And I believe that's something some people say in the like, what were the stakes here? There's no, because again, you've created a universe where your films connect, where everything is supposed to lead to the next, or lead to this, or lead to that.
And this last phase, it's not connecting. Nothing's really connecting.
And
it's a lot of goodbyes.
You gave us Quantumania that again was supposed to be this big, glorious comeback and supposed to signify Marvel's comeback with Phase 5 and give us their new big bad and show us how capable Kang is and this and this and that and all the fun buns and whistles that it just did not give. And you look at the critic score for that. You look at the audience, people that still didn't go see Quantumania. I mean, Quantumania didn't do great in the box office. I mean, so you're coming off the heels of Quantumania. Again, this is a little different. As I showed looking at purchasing our tickets, the seats were more filled than normal. Like a regular Marvel film would be. They were full because again, people are invested in wanting to see how this journey ends with characters
I was about to say
they've been on this journey with.
But going back to what you said, I think you're right. I don't think Marvel can afford to have another movie tank. I don't think they can afford to have another movie tank with characters that have already been developed in our universe. Characters that we've already been through movies 1 through 2, or you know what I mean? And I think that's why Thor was an even more disappointment because this was, Thor Love and Thunder was initially his goodbye send-off. We've been with him literally since the beginning. Thor was like, one of the 4th movies to drop in the MCU? Like 4th or 5th movies to drop? Like, we've been knowing about Thor. And the fact that that's how that ended, I don't think the MCU can afford this movie to tank with.
And again, I don't think Guardians is going to tank. I don't.
Yeah.
I really don't. after, you know, some of the things I've heard about people that have already gotten to see it, some of the things, you know, from my own eyes, from the trailers and things that, like, I don't think Guardians is going to tank. Again, it's just a film misplaced.
Yeah.
It's a film out of misplaced on the timeline. Because it does not then progress anything we're currently doing in the MCU. It does not give us anything, you know, and this is not just people. There might be some people listening to me say this, thinking to themselves, well, you haven't even seen the film. How the fuck do you know? James Gunn has even said that.
Yeah.
James Gunn came out, I think that we talked about it the last time we were in here. I think I talked about it. It was one of the articles I pulled up. Is where James Gunn was saying he doesn't know what's going on in the MCU right now. Yeah. He made a film that's specific to what he's trying to tell, and that's the farewell to his people, his cast, his guys. And it has nothing to do with Kang. Yeah. It has nothing to do with the multiverse. It has everything to do with what's going on in this film. And again, that could be, and I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm sure the film's going to be a good movie. But for me personally, someone invested in the MCU and the story that we're currently trying to tell, I'm leaving it the same way I left Black Widow.
Yeah.
For fucking why? What did we tell here? What did we do? What are you know? At the end of Black Widow, we see her going to literally meet up with Steve, which we know leads into Endgame. Yeah. Which again, misplaced film on the timeline.
Yeah, everything in the timeline.
And
we should have gotten that movie years ago.
Yeah.
We should have gotten that movie after the second Iron Man, honestly. Because if you didn't have questions after the second Iron Man with Natasha, I don't think you were paying attention.
Yeah, and I completely agree with D Sizzle. It's not going to tank, but it's not breaking no box office either.
It's not. Yeah, I don't think it's going to break box office.
That's why I said it's not going to. It's going to. So let me put it this way. Our version of underperform is different, obviously, than what Marvel and Hollywood and everybody else's version of underperforming is. If it underperforms to Marvel's standards, and it underperforms to the audience, the general audience's standards, again, you're putting Marvel in a position that they simply cannot afford to be in.
No.
They simply cannot afford to be in that position.
They can't. Official Liam G said most of the critics don't really warrant a bad movie to me. Most hate that is surprisingly dark in the animal cruelty or personal grievance with Gunn. And
again, this is what I was talking about earlier when we were talking about Superman and Gunn and things like that. The type of things that Gunn, you know, type of director that he is. I've heard several things. I've heard similar things. You know, I've heard that there are moments where the High Evolutionary gets dark. Yeah. And do I dislike that? No. I like that type of shit in my type of superhero films. My villains, I like that dark ass shit. I like that. Make them sadistic. Make them evil. Make them a villain just because they just want to be evil.
A villain. Yeah.
Like there doesn't have to be a rhyme or reason. So I heard this from Jeremy Johns too. I also heard one of the critics say it's not for children. Said if this is something that you know, Marvel films are something that you typically take your children to see, that this is more of a Guardians film that is not on the side of take your kids to see this film. Right. And again, people are eccentric as well, theatrical, so he could be hyping it more than what it is. But Jeremy Johns also said that that it's a really good Marvel movie, but it's not going to be the big crowd-pleasing film Marvel needs it to be.
Which, I mean, again, we know that, because, like, again, where is this taking us in the timeline? Nowhere. It's a goodbye movie. It's a farewell.
But then again, that's also where I say it still could do. I'm not saying it's breaking the box office, but I'm going to say it still could perform the way Marvel wants it to perform, because this is a journey that people have been on with this group since, 2013, 2014, whenever the first Guardians came out.
2012, I think.
Then we got to see them also in Endgame. We saw them in Infinity War. We saw them at the beginning, very briefly, of Thor: Love and Thunder.
The first film came out in 2014, the second film 2017, and we will be getting the third film in 2023. So we've been on a journey with them for a cool little minute now.
Yeah, almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years, yeah.
We've been on this journey with them for almost 10 years, and it's like people are invested in this group. People, you know, so being that investment, that sense of these are my characters, is what's gonna put the money in the box office.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Again, I'm not saying it's breaking shit, but I do think that is going to play a factor.
The Dre Max show said Gamora should die. She's out of time and should be a time anomaly and cause an incursion. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. And because Zoe literally came out and was like, I'm done playing this character.
Yeah, I saw when Zoe Saldana came out and said that she would like for Marvel to find a different actress to continue on playing Gamora if that is something that they decide to do.
Right.
And I said what I said on Twitter.
But I just don't, it doesn't make sense for her. I'm not going to lie. When they brought the version of Gamora that we're going to see in this character back, I was slightly confused. on why they... I mean, I understand it is Zoe, but I felt like the way they ended her character was such a... I mean, it was sad, but it was such a great ending to her character, like... You know what I mean?
Right.
And then, of course, now that we have the multiverse, it would make sense for her to die because there's incursions happening. So I don't see her making it past this movie. I really don't. Omega095 said, some of them said it's dark and serious. If James can really pull off that kind of direction. And GOTG3, maybe he's not joking. His Superman movie have no comedy a lot. He may, or
maybe it won't have any, maybe it won't have any comedy or anything like that.
Maybe he's playing with his dark side. We don't know. Go ahead.
Well, one of the things too that Marvel has to also battle with is Mario. Mario is still grossing. Mario grossed over $1 billion today.
Yeah.
The film grossed over $1 billion.
And let's be real, that was all Jack Black though.
And people are saying, some people are saying, "Oh, I'm so shocked." I don't know why people are shocked because I think when we talked about the Mario film, it was one of the ones I said this is going to do numbers.
Yeah.
Especially after we saw the trailer. After we saw that first trailer, I was like, "Oh, this is going to do numbers."
We saw the trailer in theater together when we went to go see Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, I was like, this is
gonna be good.
This is going to do numbers. It's going to be great.
And they're gonna do a whole universe with it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and they're doing a whole cinematic universe with it and everything like that. And not only that, it's fresh, it's different, it's something. It's you're introducing Mario to a whole new generation of kids who didn't even know who Mario was.
Plethoras of I mean, Mario has been out since my dad was a kid, and my dad is in his middle 60s.
Yeah, so you're dealing with word of mouth of wow, Mario's amazing.
Yeah.
And you're also dealing with the word of mouth of Marvel slipping.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still arguing. They're still going to be, and some people might disagree, but I still think they're going to be trugging up that Mario hill.
Yeah. We got CVL says, I hate how they downplayed Drax's character. Yep. SB Flash 1523 said James Gunn said that Gamora was originally going to die in Volume 2. So I wonder what made them feel like they had to bring her back. I don't know. D Sizzle said, I don't see Gamora or Nebula dying because they already died once before. It's MCU, bro. Motherfuckers be dying and coming back all the time. Look at Loki. He made a whole career out of it. Omega095 theory, Gamora will return back to her timeline universe. Possibly. Stevie L. I heard a lot of people really cried watching this last one.
Well, the actress that plays Mantis and the actress that plays Nebula, I forget both their names.
Yeah.
They said the same. They both cried when they read the script.
Hungry Almighty. If it's good, it's good. At the end of the day, I'll watch it. But right now, until something big happens, like the X-Men, the return of Savage Hulk, T'Challa recast, etc., I'm not excited for Marvel anymore.
Hey, brother, I'm there with you.
I mean, yeah, I think, like I've been saying at this point, I think I'm just more intrigued because I am a diehard fan. I think I'll always be a diehard fan, even if I'm disappointed. But it's going to take a lot to bring people back to Marvel.
That's what I'm saying. If Marvel... I've been saying this. This is not something new for me. You guys know that I've been saying they have to win me back personally.
Yeah. I think they're going to have to win a lot of people, like a lot of true fans back.
And it's not just Marvel for me. It's other genres as well. Ask me if I've watched the finale of Mandalorian Season 3.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of worlds right now that are just, I mean, I don't even know what word to use, but I feel like they're just in this time, like in this loop that they can't get out of. And so it's just disappointment after disappointment. Anyway, Chillmonger said Fast X is around the corner. Fast 10, I'm assuming, is around the corner. May 19th. Guardians have 2 weeks unchallenged.
Yeah.
Official EMG, The Little Mermaid gonna be the biggest movie of May, so Guardians and Fast 10 better make all the money they can.
That's right. I forget that movie does come out in May. You know, there are things that I have heard about that as well.
See, everyone, I don't know. Because I'm either hearing people are hella excited about it, or they want to burn that shit to the ground.
I mean, well, I'm not excited about it at all.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about it because I don't like Disney's live action remakes. I think their live action remakes absolutely suck.
I don't like
opinion.
it. Yeah, I don't like them.
I think they're awful. And I've also heard, you know, from people that have seen the film, as far as in that special Hollywood blanket people that get to see things like that early, which is a thought I had when I saw the trailer too, that Sebastian and Flounder are unsettling looking, you know.
Yeah, Flounder looks so weird. I'm like, I would not approach that.
Yeah.
I would not approach that fish. Talking or not, I'm not approaching that fish.
Yeah, and, you know, which one is it? Haley?
Yeah.
I think it's Haley, whichever one.
Yeah.
Chloe, Haley.
I don't know which one it is. I'm sorry,
one of the
guys.
Baileys.
Yeah.
She said that they also put their own little twist on this. This is not just some mermaid girl that just wanted to go on land for some boy. She said she has her own dreams and wants and visions and goals. And I said, oh shit, damn. So I mean, it's just like, so
Uncle Darius right there for you.
we'll see. We'll see. I do agree with him though, as far as it's going to be the one that it's going to be the giant of May for sure.
Oh, for sure. D Sizzle said Black Widow, Eternals, Shang-Chi did solo box office numbers. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chillmonger, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 grossed $863 million. So we shall see. Let me see. Cyber anime glitches 2014. I can see the movies breaking the movies office. Yeah, that was such a different time. What a time. God, what a time. A lot of conversations going on. Official EMG. I don't blame Zoe. Like 8 to 9 hours of sitting in a makeup chair every day. Oof. Yeah, and that green makeup would like stain her skin. Hungry Almighty, Guardians is gonna make between 7 mil, maybe 900 or 700 mil to maybe 900 mil. I didn't expect $1 billion. I don't think it's gonna hit over $1 billion for sure.
I don't think so.
No, but I think, like you said, I think it is gonna get ass in seats. It's just not gonna break the box office.
Right.
CVL, but I can see Dave, an old girl who played Nebula, probably over it when it comes to getting all that paint and aesthetics put on day in and day out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, I mean, that's really it.
Hunger Almighty says, you guys see the Tinkerbell trailer? Disney really can't stop. I didn't see if it's the one.
I didn't see a trailer, but I saw kind of like a clip. Pictures, and who was? I know it's a black girl, but I can't remember the actress name who's playing Tinkerbell. Give me the name, folks.
She's on Grownish, I think.
Yes. Oh, Yarshi. Yes. Oh, we also got another super chat. Thank you, Save Black Panther, for Chadwick.
That's from Reese. What's it say? Singing a nation from his allowance. He is wondering if/when his video will be shown. (2) Any other ways that you or other creators could help the petition? Any recast conversation?
Oh, that noise scares me.
The only so here's what I'm going. So for everybody, and I'm glad that kind of was asked too, because this is where I wanted to say for everybody. So this is what I'm going to do for the absence of the Black Panther video that life got in the way of, and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I put out on Twitter maybe a month ago. I had put on there that I was going to do a stream I also talked about it on one of the live streams too. I was going to do a stream for that Black Panther video instead of the Black Panther edited and video and all that kind of stuff, because I just don't have the time to do it like that anymore. But I'm going to do a live stream of that video instead. So I'm going to go through the notes that I have for my video, and we're just going to break everything down, go through that, the importance, and blah, blah, blah. Everything that I was going to say in that video, I'm just going to do in a live stream. And that is where I will be able, that's where I will do the, I'll show Reese's video, and we'll discuss that petition more. And obviously in that video too, I'm going to have people that would like to call in, can call in and give their piece of mind on, because it's not a conversation. It's I don't want to say it's not a conversation that's not happening. It is still happening, but it has lessened, it has quieted down on some people's platforms and things like that. And one of my MOs from the very beginning with this, stepping into the recast T'Challa space, was that the conversation continue. It does not stop, regardless of whatever is going on. You know, as I've said before, just because there are things going on in the MCU and the MCU has chosen to remove T'Challa, it's still going to be instances like Secret Invasion where you're saying but T'Challa, Secret Wars where you're saying but T'Challa.
But T'Challa, yeah, like his name will, the conversation will definitely keep going. It's just not as hype as what it was.
Right.
But we will definitely get that organized and get that going.
Yeah.
Hopefully sooner rather than later.
That is when I'm going to be getting that done. So I'll be doing that then, and any videos or any petitions or anything like that have come my way, I'm going to show them, showcase everything on that live stream. So the live stream will be dedicated to that.
So yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone's just like saying.
And that live stream is coming soon. It's not like it's not far. It's gonna be coming soon. That'll be on a weekend day, a day that I can, like on a Sunday.
A day we can actually sit down and not worry about time.
Yeah.
I feel you. Thank you, Destiny. My best friend Destiny cut it for me.
Let's see. Yeah, and that's what I was actually gonna say that too, Hungry Almighty. I was gonna say, it's quiet now because there's nothing really going on in the MCU that's surrounding T'Challa. But the minute something comes back up that involves T'Challa, involves Wakanda, involves something like that, the conversation will get very loud and it'll get very, I'm sure, argumentative from both ends, from the anti-crowd and from the. But as I said on Twitter a few days ago, once you get to a place of pure don't give a fuck, of what any of these anti-recasters or any of these people that have that feel the way that they feel about it, and again, you're valid to feel the way you want to feel. Right. That's fine.
It's just not validated over here.
But trying to dismiss, one thing I can't stand though. You are free to feel the way you want to feel, but don't try to falsify facts. Like, don't try to go out there and say, "Oh, well, this is not what Chad wanted," and things like that. Don't do that.
Yeah, because you don't.
Because when you step out there and you assume shit or you say shit based off of what Timmy told Harry and then Harry told you, you sound really ignorant. Because now you're judging, you're basing your entire argument off of something someone else told you instead of doing your own fucking research and knowing that this is exactly what Chad would have wanted. This is exactly what Chad has talked about.
Right.
So it's yeah, those conversations are still out there. So, but that's what I'm gonna do for that. That's what I'm gonna do for that.
Just different people commenting about just the recast in general. D Sizzle said that T'Challa, who quote unquote died, was actually a Skrull. Boom, problem solved.
That would be the problem solved. And
that would be the problem solver there.
That would be it. But again, as much as I know everybody, I'm grateful and privileged and blessed enough to be in conversation with guys like Chill, guys like Spoiler Kings and Back of the Bus, T-Real, Theo B.
Yeah. Just all the
make sure I'm not
all
missing.
The streamers that just support the movement and allow us to
K. Dot, you know, I'm blessed to be in conversation with some other YouTubers that are like-minded and things like that. But so I said all that I set that up. That's opening to say, obviously, I support the movement. I support recasting T'Challa. That's not. I don't know that if that should ever be questioned. But also, you guys know too. I'm always gonna keep it a buck.
Hell, maybe even 2 some days.
and that comes with me saying, as I've said many times, we can throw out the scenarios. We can throw out they could do this.
They can do that.
We could throw out the could'ves, the
would'ves?
should'ves, and the would'ves all day. But the reality of all those shoulda, coulda, wouldas is that Marvel has made their bed, and they are going to lie in it. Not because they have to, because they simply want to.
Yeah.
This is the decision that they've made,
and
they are not going to be bullied
yeah.
into making another decision when they are already invested in little TJ.
They snug as a rug with
They're
little
not,
TJ.
and as I've said many times, many times, I don't care about the course correction. I don't care who's been fired. I don't care if you know, with Feige taking back control of reins and this and that. It was plainly stated in 2020 what they thought and how they felt about the character. And that Chadwick's iteration transcended any iteration. It's for that reason that they will not be recasting the character. They then doubled down on it, and then doubled down on it, and then more so and more so and more so throughout the countless interviews that we've done and covered over here with Nate Moore, the countless things that the cast has said, the things that other stars have come out and said, and things like that, blah blah this, X, Y, and Z. You know, there's a catalog of information that you can go look at.
Yeah.
Nothing that I've covered in the past year doing this has given me any inkling, has given me any indication, has given me any thought process toward Marvel saying to myself or any other Black Panther T'Challa fan, hold your horses. We're bringing him back.
Because they, like you said, there's been no.
And I understand and there's been nothing. I understand some people, you know, I got into a little debate with someone on Twitter about it. They were telling me, well, you know, that was then, this is now.
Baby, no. They made it very clear.
They're not changing their minds.
Yeah, no.
They're not chinging their minds.
Little TJ is in.
TJ is the future. That is the future of Wakanda. The only time that you will ever hear T'Challa's name is if it's referring to TJ, or if they are bringing up his father, because they're going to do that quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure they're going to do that quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
you know, my father would have done this, or your father would have done that, or your father this and that. Hell, he might even.
They probably won't even have the fucking audacity to like call him by name. It's probably just going to be your father this, your father that.
I don't know.
Your father this.
I just know that. He's not coming back. I'm not trying to shit on parades. I'm gonna keep it real. He's not coming back. But yeah, it's very easy. But they're just not gonna do that. Not gonna do it.
Hi, Sir Yuri G. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Appreciate it.
Joe Monger said Corey is the hostage of finishing sentence in agreement. Thank you. Hungry Almighty, bringing T'Challa is very easy. The question isn't how to bring him back. The question, will they bring him back at all? Knowing Disney, they can't swallow their pride and admit when they were wrong. No, just like you said, like they're literally lying and they're snuggle as a bug in that bed because they want to. Because why would you double back and say, oh, sorry guys, we made a mistake? Staff Avil 1? Staff, okay. Feige turning into D&D from Game of Thrones. He's diverted so far from the source, he's got lost with his own inferior ideas.
Yeah.
I think that's just that whole team in general. Honestly.
Yeah.
profess the film fan said, I hope they do. They haven't said a thing about TJ. And they're not. And they're not. Because I guarantee you, as of right now, they don't know what the fuck to do. Like, I get what you're saying. I think they are laying in their bed because they don't have any other choice. But I think they're also laying in that bed probably like, well, we don't know what the fuck to do because we did this. And that wasn't right.
Yeah. I mean,
we can't fix it. So we're just, like we were talking about with Miller earlier, we're just going to give them something to hush them up and put this underneath the rug so that we can figure out what we're going to do, and then just all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's going to be, here's TJ. Woo, hello. Every time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dre.
So, that's just my personal opinion. Would you like me to keep going? I mean, everyone's just basically talking about their opinions about Nate Moore and just the whole casting of T'Challa. Hi, Ant-Man 1991. Thanks for joining us. It's been a while. So.
Yeah, no, I agree with a lot of things everybody's saying there. I mean, yeah. Yeah, so, we will convene back with you guys on Friday because we're going to see Guardians of the Galaxy on Thursday. So when we see it Thursday, we'll be back here with you guys Friday evening to give our review of the film, to let everybody know what we thought and, you know, save you guys some money because I know a lot of you guys aren't going to go see. So we will go see for you and let you guys know what we think and things like that. So, yeah. But that's what we have here for the evening for you guys. As you guys know, I'm still drinking my water and doing everything healthy.
Drink that water.
I work out daily, so I have to now go over to campus.
They're trapping everybody.
I gotta go run these stairs and run campus.
Somebody's got to. Please don't get hurt.
I gotta lift weight. I gotta do weights tonight too, just a little bit. So.
Don't get kidnapped, please. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate everybody being here. I'm going to go.
Hey, not bad. 20 minutes over than what we planned.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm going to go change into these workout clothes I really don't want to change into.
But you're not going to regret it. It's not like you're going to do it and be like, ugh, I regret it.
Like I ran last night because, you know, Chance, I forgot fucking Chance the Rapper was
coming
on campus last night.
Yeah, I completely forgot.
So I'm running campus last night, and like their streets are shut down that I normally run down, like, and there's so many people. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, did OU play? I was like, fucking football season. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I remembered when I got home, I saw the thing. I'm like, oh, Chance the Rapper was in the stadium. That's why. So
there was some dreadhead niggas in the lobby that night. So.
Yeah. I guess so. And it was a Christian concert, which I was confused why he was there.
Yeah, it was. But then he played that song.
What song?
There gonna be some dreadhead. Like, he was. Oh. I don't know if they like remixed it to like for like a gospel song, but I heard.
I don't know how you remix that to gospel.
I don't know.
But.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Yeah. So anyway.
Anyways, thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Yes, thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
We missed you guys.
Y'all about to see me, and I'm about to look. I probably look.
Wait, before we exit, if you know that you have won a prize through us, please, if you already done it, I'm so sorry. Please do it again. Send Darius a message through Discord with your information so we can get that out to you. I'm really, really gonna try to get that out to you guys within the next week, but I can't do it without your addresses. So, help me help you. Thanks.
For sure. And like I said, I'm probably about to look super fucking tired. Actually, no, I don't.
You're looking fabulous, Bill. Quit talking about my best friend like that.
I don't know about all that.
Don't talk about my best friend like that. Exit us out.
So like I said, we appreciate you guys so much hanging out with us as you guys do during this time. It means the world to us that you guys continuously fuck with us on the level that you do, that you come back each and every time, and you even come back even on the days that we say we're going to be here and then we don't even...
You're still here.
We are that dad. We are that dad that says, hey, we're coming, I'm going to pick you up on Sunday, and you wait at the door all day, and Dad never comes.
Then
Mom eventually comes to grab you by the shoulder and says, "You want to watch a movie?" If you can relate to that story, boo-hoo, sad story, Black American Dad story. Oh shit. Anyway, appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We are going to be back with you guys, like I said, on Friday to give you our review, our spoiler review, full spoiler review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It is the first Marvel movie back since, what was the last one? What did we watch last?
Quantumania, February.
Oh shit. See, there you go. Okay. Anyway, appreciate you guys being here. Like, subscribe. Let me. Where's my? Here it is. Sorry.
There you go. We got this.
I got it. I didn't have this shit up. I didn't have it up. Let's. And I'm doing something that's already on here. So you're asking me to play something that's not on here. It won't be that. You know what? I mean, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Anyway, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Share with your friends, and then we will see all of you guys in the next video. Appreciate you guys. Oh, fuck. It's been so long. I've really fucked this up. Wow. Okay. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Peace out.
Damn, bro.
Are our mics off this time?
Oh, that's so. I'm so glad you said that because I didn't turn them off last time, did I? Hot mics, hot mics.
Say T'Challa, we need a recast. Chat would agree, and I truly believe that. Stories untold, I pray that we get to unfold. Don't kill him, we don't need to see that. A black man is king, I think that is crucial. If not for the grown-ups, the kids should move you. Representation, let it multiply. Stop telling the stories, how legacies die. We can explore the world of Wakanda by addition and not replacement. 1.3 billion, how was that? And I'm making a statement. Being pigeonholed to a role like there could be only one is deflating. Man, it's a mindset that ain't died yet, cause the lack of seeing our faces. Shuri can be the queen of the nation. Women should feast, we want elevation. Now wouldn't it be dope if they rose up together without doing something as cold as erasing them? We got respect for Ryan and Nate. They doing their best, they stuck in the middle, but I hope they think about what is at stake. Don't rush it, but please let the saga continue. Doubling down on Black Death is a trope we no longer want to handle. Wakanda forever, T'Challa forever. It's never been about the man, so what is we saying? This ain't about Phantom and getting my way. It's all for the love, it's not for the hate. No matter what people are trying to say, we cast T'Challa. We cast T'Challa.